We're here in Knisteno, Saskatchewan, and we are at Knisteno Public School. And I'm Mr. Larson, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, today we're going to talk about drills, portable drills. This is part one of the whole series on using drills safely and drill presses. So this part is portable hand drills, and so they're extremely useful, of course. You can drill holes with them, that's the most common thing. Some people will use a cordless drill to drive in screws. Something I like to use a little bit more is an impact driver, and we're going to lump that in with this because an impact driver is very similar to a drill and super useful in the shop. Alright, so next we're going to talk also about the differences between these. So on this particular drill we have a few options, and on this one right now it's set up for a drill bit. You can see that setting right there. Next up then there's a screw. So if we're going to use this as a screwdriver, we're going to set it to that, and we're also going to set it to low speed. So there's a high and a low speed. Drilling, you want to, into wood, you want to go with high speed, and low speed for driving in screws. And then lastly there's a hammer. Well, what the heck is a hammer for? Well, the hammer is for working with masonry bits when you're going to be drilling into concrete or stone material. You have to have that hammer attachment. We're probably not going to be doing that a whole lot, so I'm going to skip that part for this video. So start off with the drill bit. So take your drill bit, and you'll see that there's usually a cutting edge on it where there's like an auger shape on some of these, twist shape, and then there's a solid part. So you want to clamp upon that solid part. And so a clamp might mean there's a 3-jaw chuck, and I usually tell kids this is my friend Chuck, and Chuck likes to hold the drill bit. So you move his jaws together, and then you hold it and you turn that attachment, turn the chuck till it's tight. So if you're looking at the end of it, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and then we're ready. So it's nice and tight in there, it's straight. We want to check that, so just gently squeeze the trigger. Yep, it's not wobbling around. You don't have a bent drill bit, and it's in straight. Next then, there's a forwards and a reverse on these drills. So if the arrow is pointing away from you, it means that you're drilling forward, and that's what we want. And reverse, more for screw driving, that you want to reverse, take that screw back out. There's also a neutral, which is kind of halfway between, so if somebody's trying to squeeze the trigger and nothing's happening, that could be it. Or you could have dead battery. On this one, it's nice and handy. You've got a battery level checker, and then if the battery was dead, squeeze these buttons, slide it off, go put it in the charger, wait till it's solid green on the charger, and you're good to go again. Slide it back in. Okay. Now, to drill a hole, you want to make sure that your material is nice and secure. Well, this is fairly big material, so I don't need to use a vise. Could be handy, but in this case, I've got some holes already made. So what I would do is I would simply line it up and try to keep this as straight as possible. One project that I have, kids making stools, and these little 1/8 twist bits snap off really easily if you're pushing super hard. And you don't want to push super hard, you want to let it just do its work. So you drill down, back it out of it, clean out that waste, and there you go. You notice that I didn't stop and put in reverse to take that drill bit back out. I just keep squeezing the trigger and gently pull it back. Now what'll happen for breaking these drill bits is that it's part ways in, and then somebody twists this a bit, and it'll snap right off inside. Okay? And if that does happen, all I ask students to tell me to do is just to come and tell me, because drill bits break, things break while they're being used. They don't break while you're sitting in a cupboard. So that's that. That's how you would add a drill bit and use it. Now to remove the drill bit, lefty-loosey, loosen it to the left, take that drill bit out, put it back in the proper spot, and away we go. For using an impact driver, so impact driver, same thing, forward, reverse. It has a different type of a of a chuck on it. So you slide that out, pull it out, and you see it's got that locking end on it. You just keep that slid out, put your bit in, and put your screw on. Make sure it's in forwards, like I said, and you got a pilot hole, drill down, and that clicking noise is totally normal, makes perfect sense. And how this works better for driving in screws is that it is that ratcheting effect, that it doesn't just keep chewing up that end if it slips a little bit, and it tightens it in nice, really nice. I often get kids ask me, is that normal that this is loose and wiggly? Yes, that's how they come, and I've never had any problems with them, but it's just good to clarify that. Okay, so those are impact drivers. Very similar, and we'll use them lots, but for this now we're gonna focus on drills. All right, so here we go, that's part one, and we're gonna move on to part two right now.